They're pulling the crews.
Purdue. Buffalo.
And they're off. The start of the second Varsity 8. Everyone looks like they're off to a clean start here. Clemson and Iowa have the initial lead off the start here, followed by Buffalo and Kansas. Iowa maybe a seat up on Clemson here. Clemson a seat up on Buffalo, followed by Kansas. Iowa looking strong here, coming off the start, settling into their rhythm here. They look long and strong. They're about 4 seats up on Clemson. Clemson is 3 seats up on Kansas. And Kansas and Buffalo really sort of sitting seat for seat here in 3rd and 4th.
Clemson stroking 34.5 here, about 2 seats down on the Hawkeyes, who are still pretty high, rating 36, a couple beats higher than Clemson. Top 2 crews pressing away from Kansas and Buffalo, who are in 3rd and 4th. 500 meters down, 139 for the Hawkeyes. Maybe a couple tenths behind is Clemson. 36.5 for the Hawkeyes, 35 for Clemson.
Good race for 3rd and 4th here. Buffalo inching up on Kansas. Buffalo probably 3 or 4 seats from our vantage point up on Kansas, sitting in 3rd. They are not letting Clemson off easy here. There's remained contact, and Clemson now pushing into Iowa. Looks like they've taken a good move here to stop Iowa's push. Iowa sitting 3 or 4 seats up on Clemson. Clemson looking strong here. Still have contact with Buffalo, and Buffalo is almost a length up on Kansas.
Clemson, a strong 35 stroke a minute rhythm here. Looks a lot like their first varsity, a good dynamic rhythm, and they're beginning to inch through the Iowa boat and are probably a seat down on Iowa. We're approaching the 1,000-meter mark. Just a few strokes to go to the 1,000. And it'll be interesting to see what the margin is here, because Clemson has moved back up. 3 minutes 23 seconds for Iowa. 3 minutes 23.5 for Clemson.
Iowa just took a really nice move through the 1,000. Clemson was sitting up maybe by a bow ball, but Iowa has now taken 2 or 3 seats here, looking strong coming into approaching the 1250. Clemson still unable to break Buffalo. Buffalo hanging tight. Buffalo sitting in 3rd, bow to stern to Kansas sitting in 4th. Clemson, nice move, good response to Iowa's move. They've just pushed back up, maybe a seat down on Iowa, but this is a tight race coming through the 1250 here. Beautiful racing by both Iowa and Clemson, neither letting the other crew off easy here.
Duke is now pressing into the stern of the Clemson boat. No more open water between those crews, and they but Clemson has drawn level with Iowa. We've got a dead heat for first place here, and Clemson still at 35 strokes a minute. Iowa might have a slight edge now. So Duke in third place here, still holding on to the stern of the Clemson and Iowa boats. Coming through 1,500 meters, 5:09 through the mark, and Iowa has a bow ball advantage over Clemson. This is going to be a great last 500 here. The Clemson coxswain urging her crew along, knows that she's close. The crews are dead level from our vantage point. Just a shade of open water between Duke, Iowa, and Clemson. 40 strokes to go here. Clemson bringing the rate up. And I would say Clemson has taken the lead. Clemson has a bow ball advantage on Iowa. It's going to be who can maintain their length as they bring the rate up here, and we're into the red buoys. Clemson leads by a few feet. Clemson 38.5 leads by 2 feet over Iowa. Duke bow to stern with Iowa and Clemson. Clemson maintains a couple feet lead over Iowa. 20 strokes to go here. Very, very close, tough to call from our vantage point. Clemson at 39 strokes a minute. Just a few strokes to go. That's too close to call for us. Unofficially around 6:55 for the winner. And that's Duke in third, Kansas in fourth. And Buffalo and Purdue now crossing the line.